Hello, my name's Nick and you are joining me, well, for my 42nd Alevere video diary update. And what a weird one this is. For a start, yes, I'm in my home office because we are right in the middle of this, well, hopefully it's the middle. I doubt it is anything like the middle. It's probably the start of the COVID-19 coronavirus outbreak. So this, like so many people at the moment, is in my home office where I'm spending my working life at the moment, at the end of my garden, because yeah, not many people going anywhere, and it's a funny time and maybe a challenging time for a lot of people stabilising like me at the moment, and also a lot of people on Alevere. If you're on Alevere and you've got those sachets in stock and you are following, you know, the standard program of 5 sachets a day, and you're just looking to pick up, you know, some satsumas or whatever, or some select vegetables, you're probably faring quite well. But if you're stabilising, you might, like I, struggle to find what you need in the supermarkets. Really important, obviously, to stay in touch with your clinic during this time. I actually cancelled my appointment yesterday. Everything's totally out of sync at the moment. It is for so many of us. So I didn't have an appointment yesterday. I am weighing myself daily. I can tell you now that I am still moving very much. I was 12 stone 4 something on one day this week. I think this morning I got on, I was 12 stone 6. So I am stabilising successfully. I'm not getting any sharp peaks anymore. You know, I had literally a spoonful of pasta with a salad on Sunday for Mother's Day with my wife. I didn't actually see my mum because, of course, you know, we're told not to see anyone really at the moment. I Skyped her, which was the safe thing to do. Got to look after the older ones, right? But yeah, the next day I'd put on like a pound on the scales, and within 2 days, without me changing anything, that had fallen off again. So I am at that stabilised point where you can have the odd little treat, and I mean once or twice a week, and when I say a treat, really a spoonful of pasta. I would once upon a time have had a mound of pasta with a load of spag bowl and cheese on the top and all the rest of it, and garlic bread. That's all stopped, right? But because my stomach has shrunk in this whole process, then yeah, I do feel more satisfied from it. Apologies for the production quality this week. I am doing this from a webcam. Normally I try and do it at work, or I find another place in the house to do it, and I do it with a proper camera, etc. But at the moment everything's just up in the air. We've got the kids at home, and I'm sure a lot of people maybe in the same situation are homeschooling at the moment. So yeah, forgive me, but at least I've managed an update. And the good news is that yes, you know, you can still do Alevere on this. You can still stabilise. I think I've said in previous videos before, personally, I think if you're keeping up with your medication as prescribed, and you're having those sachets, ultimately I've never had any problems or colds, etc. in the past. I've not felt immunosuppressed, but you need to have that conversation with your clinic doctor to make sure that, you know, you might have special requirements or whatever, and you may well be freezing Alevere for medical reasons. I don't know. You need to talk to them. But yes, I suppose right now it's just proof that there is light at the end of the tunnel, not with COVID-19 sadly, but with Alevere and with the whole weight loss thing. When you get there, I've maintained this weight now for 3 or 4 weeks quite successfully, and in the past, where we've looked at my graphs in the past, you can see I spike within just a few days, a week, with finishing Alevere, because I go back to normal eating and it just piles back on very, very quickly. It's about long-term changes to your eating habits and building in a bit of exercise. I've still been doing my plank exercises, which absolutely kill me. The kids have been doing this Joe Wicks exercise every morning for 30 minutes. I've been joining them with that, or I did for one day, I'm not going to lie to you. Almost broke me. Felt fine at the time, felt really sweaty at the end of it, but the next day I couldn't even walk upstairs. My legs were frozen from doing something that he calls froggy jumps, or jumping frogs or something, horrendous things. Anyway, to be expected. I've been on Alevere for so long, where you minimise, you know, walking long distances or running because you haven't got the calories going in. So my legs are pretty weak, I guess, at the moment. I need to work on that. But no, I'm, you know, basically it's all turned out well with regards to Alevere. It's just so disappointing that that we're all going through this horrible coronavirus outbreak. and it's a really scary thing. You know, the supermarkets today. I was supermarket shopping for my 97-year-old grandmother, my mum and dad, who are both over 70 years old, my next door neighbour, who's kind of in a vulnerable position. She's elderly as well. And yeah, I had to queue for half an hour outside the supermarket with taped off barriers actually on the pavement to keep us 2 meters apart. And I was there at 8 a.m. You know, it's really, it just feels like a different world, doesn't it? And I guess at this time, the one silver lining is how lovely it is, I suppose, to enjoy these spring days, to enjoy the sunshine, to enjoy the fact there's no traffic on the roads, that there's no planes in the skies. You know, it's these are small blessings, I suppose, but I think these are things when life goes back to its crazy rush around normal and we're all commuting again and not seeing as much of our kids. These are the things that we will miss. But that said, that's I'm trying to find positives here, because we know overall it's a very scary situation for a lot of people. There are people within my family I'm worried about. I would have been worried about myself. I wasn't healthy at all before I started my journey on Alevere. Thank goodness I'm in a better state now. But all of you on this journey will be in a better state now than perhaps you were when you begun. So yeah, count your blessings for that, and pat yourself on the back for getting that far and putting yourself in this better condition. So yeah, that's it for this week. I really don't have much more to offer. Touch wood, I'm COVID-19 free, so are my family and friends, and yeah, who knows how long that will last. I'm going to stay indoors like the rest of us, follow those guidelines, stay 2 meters apart, and make sure you, if you are going for walks and stuff, you stay away from other people. There's so much to be said for that. Anyway, until next time, as always, thank you ever so much for your support. Keep the comments coming. We are trying to find a way of long-term management post Alevere, and that's certainly my goal. And once I get to the end of stabilisation, which I guess is going to happen in the next few weeks, then I will just do a monthly update to prove that it works. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.